we were to discuss career. If you remember, I think career we haven't discussed yesterday, correct? So let me go to careers. This is where we were yesterday. So it is important that if you remember, we had in transportation lane. I will show that. Yeah, in transportation lane, if you remember, somewhere here, let us pick up someone. Opening, and then I will just display it. Yeah, so here in this, for this particular lane, we had displayed means of transportation data, right? In the same manner, there is this carrier which you can also maintain. So basically, what this carrier means is this carrier you can list different number of carriers here, right? Who can serve this particular lane. Okay, you can have different, and for them you could maintain certain data, carrier data, right? Now this is one. Okay, now I'm just opening another screen here, then opening the logistics, then transportation management, master data, then network, and career profile. You see here, there is this career profile out here. So if you click on that, then it will open up, where you can maintain the career profile. So typically you have careers maintained, right? TM22. U1. Why is it not showing? Okay. TM22 career 1. Okay. What has happened? Why is it not allowing me to? There is some problem. It's not giving me a. Okay, let me get on to another system. Let me see. So typically you'll get carriers which you have created, and then it should be available in this pull down. Okay, and then when you execute it, it will list the data. If you have maintained any particular carrier, for example, it will list something like this. Okay, so let me enter again just for your understanding. So there is this define career profile. You click on that, and then in this particular screen, maintain career profile. So you come all the way here. Just see where the execute button is. So when you find this execute button, just next to it, you'll find this small window. Okay, and then you have this, option button, and then whatever careers you have created, so this was some career which I created sometime in another system. So you can choose that career, and then if you have already what you call created a particular career, this is how you can execute it. Okay, suppose you want to create a new one, right? So you can choose here, whatever the career which you have created, maybe TM10 CA2, for example. So for this TM10 CA2, this was not created, so you can create like this. So I had created, the careers, but I didn't create the profile for this one, TM10 CA2. So, so if when you are going to create a particular new career, the new career for new purpose, you need to use this button here. So don't get confused, because it is not very user friendly. Once you come to the screen, you really don't know what to do. So two aspects. If for the first time when you are going to create a new career, you come to this, and then you enter. Of course, before this, you should have entered a career created. No? You should have created a master data. Career should have been created, and once you create that particular career, and then you create this. Click on this create button, and it will give you the options of career. Then you choose whatever for whatever career you want to maintain any data. So once you choose that, then it will give you the career, its description, because all these things you would have given in master data, right? These are all the things is what you gave in the master data. And then beneath this is where you can create data in addition to what you have in the master data. So that means you can very well say that the career profile is a combination of some master data what you have already created. But then here you can keep adding different. Okay, let me save this. And then suppose if I want to create TM level 1, I don't know if it is there or not. Okay, so I can, like this, I can keep creating different careers. So maybe I'll use, say, for example, create another one. Yeah, I will save it. Then I will maybe choose something else. Okay, so like this, I can create all my careers, all type of careers, whatever I want. And for each of this, I'll be able to. For each of this, I click on this one, and then I'll be able to maintain separately the details for transportation. For example, I can maintain for transportation. So what is the, for this particular career only? Okay, then what is the start location? I can just create for this particular all the lanes for this particular TM10. I will say, okay, like this. So I can create a transportation. What happened to this? start location, right? There is some problem in this one. Okay. It's like there is some issue. Okay, let me save this and come back. Many people will be using the system, right? So some other. Okay, it has taken 2 of them. Okay, let me take this example and explain. Okay, now if you look at this, so we have one carrier for which has been created, isn't it? So here in the top you have the address and all that stuff. So as I said, you can create as many carriers as possible. Okay. Now for this carrier, if you click on this one, for that carrier itself, you can create all this data. All of this data can be created for just this particular carrier. What sort of data can be created? You can create, transportation locations, start locations, description, destination location. So whatever this carrier is going to provide service, you can see it on one screen itself. Okay. What are you doing in the transportation lane? In the transportation lane, it is very specific to that lane. You are listing out all the carriers. Understood? You're getting this? For this particular